023, and today's topic is very interesting one. You've many times you wanted to go back to the previous Google Sheet tab that you just opened, and you might have lots of Google Sheet tab, and you don't remember exactly which tab you came from, and you want to go to that previous tab. So how do you do that in Google Sheet? How to know exactly which sheet actually you wanted to go back to? Because you don't remember, the name is similar, and maybe the name is not quite string type. It's just a number. So today's topic is that actually using app script. How do you how do you actually go? How can you go back to previous Google Sheet tab? So let's start. We open our close this thing. We want to create a Google Sheet. First, let's go to Google Drive, and we want to create sheet in particular folder. That's our starting point. So this is Google Sheet folder, and we would like to create a sheet inside this. So this today's name to be CLASP 023, and our topic is to have multiple tab like this. And you may have some numbers 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, so let's go to our code editor. Obviously we have to have a code for that. We're not using class for small project, because it's easier if you directly use the editor, online editor. If you use offline IDE, then it will take a little more time than you do online. So we will do a copy pasting as usual, because for doing line by line, my recording time will increase immensely, and you don't want to watch long video, right? Okay, so obviously we need an on open function, and we pass event open event and then close. So this is the function. It will open whenever we open the Google Sheet, right? Let's press the code. So we are using properties service, get properties, and then sheet name. So we got the current spreadsheet range, and then get sheet name, and then get sheet obviously saved into a variable. And then that variable, whatever the sheet name, like this sheet 1, sheet 2, and 0, 1, 2, 3, so this name will be saved in a parameter inside properties, that built-in properties of this file, this class 023. Now we need another function on selection. This is another function, built-in function actually, of Google Sheet. So if you want to know more about this function, you can actually copy this and go to Google and search. You will have this Google, where is the Google? Okay, simple trigger. This is under simple trigger. So you see this one function, one selection change runs when a user changes selection in a spreadsheet, and this is the one runs whenever you open the file. So we need to both of them right now. So we use this function. So same event. This event is actually selection change. Selection change can be selecting from this cell to this cell. This is selection change. This also can be a selection change. You select this and then select another tab, right, another sheet. So let's copy paste things from my existing code. So this is again creating another properties like variable, and then saving a name of the variable, previous sheet, property get properties previous sheet. Now this previous sheet, because properties save things in key value pair. So in the previous when sheet was opened first time, key value pair was previous sheet and the value was sheet name, right? Now we are getting the key get property previous sheet. Now we need to deduct the current range. This one selection change. Whenever you select change something, you get right range selection, and then A1 notation, range A1 notation. Then from here we get sheet name. This one, okay, will come later. Why we need that? Then we check if the sheet is different, right? So this is this sheet. You may have selection change like from here to here, but your sheet is same, right? But if you click different sheet, your selection is here right now. You see when you change the sheet, your selection goes back to A1. If you change now, your selection different here. In case you have same cell selected in both sheet, then also we need to verify the sheet name. Now your selection is same from here to here, but something is changed, that is sheet, right? So we are going to check that sheet name is not equal to previous sheet, and previous sheet is this one. Range dot set value okay, we can just copy this previous sheet here. Okay, to sheet name. The sheet name is this one. And then we get this variable. if this, then the, okay, so when sheet change, we get this value set in this range. So whatever range we will come to know later. Else we do something like this: range dot set value and then A1 notation. Once this is done, we have to set the current sheet name. If we have this, like this, from this sheet to this sheet, after the program checked, we are going to set this name as a previous sheet name, tab name, because after that we are going to change again somewhere, right? So prop dot set properties dot property, one property, then we're going to use the same this. Okay, so this should be okay now. How we are going to check this one? We simply refresh this. Okay, so now our first sheet that is open when we refresh the sheet is 0, 1, 2, 3, and our cell that is range selected is A1. Now we change this to some other selection like D1. You see D1, the range is actually printed here. D1 is the A1 notation. And if we change again, okay, E4, you see, it's interesting, right? But it's not printing that other condition we use within the if. Now we are going to change the tab and see what happens. So now selection is B7. We go back here and it is A1, and you see in A1 what is printed. Change tab from previous sheet to sheet name, A1 notation. You see within sheet this is printing only the A1 notation of the cell. Now if we go back to the previous sheet, A1, 2, 3, you see it's changing. Obviously there is something wrong with the variable, it's not proper, but anyway it's working. We can actually detect the change of the selection cell level as well as the tab level. Hope you like the video and please like, share and subscribe.